Oh, yeah.
Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you lot are subscribing to the channel. We are now on 9.6k people. Yeah. So make sure that you lot are subscribing, man. We're nearly on 10k. Big up the man them, because it would not be possible without these lot. You know what I mean? I know it's my channel, but at the end of the day, this is our show. You know, I can't run the show without these, man. And today we're gonna have hopefully we're gonna have some nice conversations today. You know, I know earlier was going back and but other things, you and whatnot, and you know, training and working hard and that. So we'll talk about that as well. But I'm happy, man. I'm happy right now, people, man, because 3 wins on the bounce. You know, we've got Ajax next. We've got Sunderland at home. I wasn't at the game at the weekend because I actually had my boys to go. But I was watching it with all the ops. You know what I mean? The last time I watched the game with the ops was the PSG game. So I feel like I need to butt these lot more often. And was that 3-0? 3-0, wasn't it? Yeah, this was 3-0 again. You know what I mean? So big up, man. Big up the boys. But what are you lot saying anyway, man? Andrew, what are you lot saying? You lot good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just waiting to discuss this. You know, it's gonna be like I said. I think 3-0 doesn't tell the true story of the whole game, but we'll discuss that. You know what I mean? But I'm all good. And we move on to Ajax or Ajax, whatever you want to call it in any part of the world you're in. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Yeah, exactly, man. Rob, what are you saying, man? Looking real bright today. We're looking similar today, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I just put it to be cozy because it's cold in my house. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, chilling. Good result on the weekend. You know, Liverpool lost, so I'm happy as well. So yeah, man, we keep on moving. Hopefully, long may the W continue to run until the, you know, all the way to the next international break. We stack up nothing but W's. So.
100%, bro. 100%, man. Jim, how you feeling, bro? You weren't here last. You wasn't here 2 weeks ago, so we didn't actually speak.
Nah, yeah, niggas be showing up too late. I gotta be having. You say 1:30, I'm here 1:30, 1:35. Nobody in here. I'm out, bro.
Sorry, man. Hey, rants. I'm telling you, I've been on to rants about that. But go on, bro.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm here. Same old. I'm good. Yeah. Big win on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Big win.
100%, bro. How's the house getting along, Couch?
Coming together, man. A couple more pieces I need now. Just got a new bed, and then I just got to get this cable to start doing the videos again, because I got this freaking. I need an 1/8 inch. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details, but I need one cable to get this mic thing going, and then we live again. Couch Critic is live once again, but yeah, everything's good. Enjoying that 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the international break where, you know, you feel like it's usually long. It didn't feel that long this time because I was just relishing in that Liverpool win still. Then you come back and, you know, you take care of business versus Nottingham Forest. Don't think we played particularly well, but again, thought we just took care of business, which is good. So here we are.
100%, man. Listen, we've got over 50 people in the house. Let's smash up the lights, people, man, as we're coming in. Big up Peer every single time. Big yourself up, bro. I see Cole Palmer in there. Well, I know it's not the real Cole Palmer, but big yourself up, Cole. You got man like Sean in here as well, as always. Big up Don and Panel, Mark Guiu, my start, and Jow in the 10. Hey, we're gonna speak about it more, man. Trust me. Big up Atomic. It says won't get to see Jimmy lose his head today. You never know with Jim. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man. It's all good. Who else is in here? You got Reaper. You got Mash. But yeah, let's get the show started, people, man. Because listen, for me, that was clearly a game of two halves. You know, the first half, you know, if you guys remember, when I was on my way to fucking brunch, I was complaining about Chalobah at left centre back. I was complaining about, you know, is it going to be Gusto in the middle? Is it going to be Reece in the middle? Because right now, the main thing I'm looking at in this team is, regardless of the injuries, I just want to be seeing a balanced lineup, right? Because ultimately, that will help the team play better. And you saw in that first half the problems that you have when you're playing Chalobah at left centre back, bro. He's not comfortable on his left foot. So many times he just breaks down attacks that we can start because he's not looking to play on the left because he's not comfortable on his left foot, right? And then Gusto in the first half, I don't know what was going on with him. He was just lost as well. Big up ads. You know what I'm saying?
Lost. He's shit, man. He's not lost. He's shit, man. Can't play possession, but go on.
Yeah, he was shocking. He was horrendous. But again, that's where I'm like, listen, I know the basics. Jimmy's going to talk about the passing and that. I hear that. I agree with you. But end of the day, for me, the guy is he's not comfortable in the middle of the pitch, right? Liverpool was a different game because he was basically Press McAllister. Boris, they weren't pressing us like Liverpool, bro. You know what I mean? We didn't really need gusto in the midfield. And that's where I'm looking at Maresca. He could have potentially started a Santos and a Lavia pivot with João Pedro in the 10 and a Guiu up top. But what I like is that after the first half, watching the shit show that we did, he rectified those mistakes quickly. You know, he brings on Guiu. He brings on Gittins because Garnacho was stinking out of the place. Yeah. Santos was stinking out of the place. Right. And then he puts João Pedro in the 10. And straight away, you're seeing the difference when you've actually got a striker up top, a real focal point up top, who's consistently making runs in behind, who is actually running in the channels, who's bumping into people, by the way, because there's 3 centre-backs up there that are physical. Delap, Guiu, these sort of guys, they're going to be bumping into these guys, bro. João Pedro doesn't really play like that, right? Straight away, we scored the first goal, the header. Obviously, the second goal as well. Good free kick from Neto. You know, the keeper could do better there, but end of the day, it was good from Neto there, and Guiu won the free kick as well. And then for the third goal, well-deserved goal from Reece. You know what I mean? Because he was absolutely amazing in this game. I don't want to hear no comparisons with Timber and Hakimi and all of these guys. I like those guys. But Reece James is in a different place to these guys, bro. You know what I mean? This is a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my take on the game, really, man. What did you think of the game, Couch? Let me come to you first, bro.
Yeah, I think you spit a lot of facts. There's a lot of good things there. I would say first half was diabolical. I didn't think that we played well at all in the first half. Thought that we struggled to find the angles to play through them. And you're right, very, very right in pointing to Chalobah not being able to just punch it in. He was basically playing safe. His body shape was turned, 90 degrees to play that sideways pass right back to, Achampong. He wasn't really looking to get it into the midfield. And it's because, when you're getting pressed, and I keep telling these guys, I keep saying this almost every week, when you're getting pressed and those little split seconds of time where you have to make those quick decisions, you're going to go to the foot that you trust the most. And the foot that he trusts the most is to square it back to the player that it just came from. So we weren't able to get anything going on that side for a long time. Then even in the midfield, like, say what you want. Like, Gusto, he's not. We're talking about possession-based football, right? We're talking about being good on the ball, being able to control the game with your ball possessions. He's just not good on the ball. He's not good on the ball. Like time and time again, so many of those mistakes that in the first half were direct result of like wayward passes from Gusto. And if I would have gotten into my match review, like I obviously didn't get to do it because like I said, I need that 1/8 inch. That I had a litany of passes this guy's just playing back that are so easy passes that are like 5 feet wide from the receiver.
Or he rocketed it back. Phew!
Yeah, but it's just like the one obviously you're talking about the one to Sanchez, which almost looked like it was going in the net until Sanchez like got back quickly. And then the other one where you're passing a simple passes 15 yards. You just gotta pass it accurately into the socket of the receiver, and the receiver has to take it 5 yards away to go get the ball. And those you can't have that in possession-based football. Like each pass has to be direct to the receiver or have the receiver run onto it. You cannot have the receiver move, 3-4 feet left or right to try and receive the ball. That breaks down attacks. So that was happening more often than I care to comment. I thought that was a big part of the first half, just not being able to really control the pace and the tempo of the game. I thought that Nottingham Forest looked okay in the first half, not because they're a great team, but because we allowed them to look good. I didn't like, you guys know how I feel about Lavia. I thought that Lavia, again, started well, but then from the time that he gave away the ball in the middle, poor pass from Achampong, again, not in the socket. He couldn't handle it. He should have been able to, but he didn't. I thought from that moment on, he was a little bit timid on the ball and wasn't really looking to advance it into those dangerous areas the way we wanted to see him do it. Now, with that said, I don't think that he would have been playing a full 90 anyways. I don't think that was the plan. So subbing him at half, maybe a bit premature, just given the fact that we have another game midweek and you don't want to have Caicedo work too hard, 2 games back-to-back when he's not 100% at this point. But with that said, I don't think that Lavia was going to play a 90. He's probably going to give you a 60 and then come off. So that substitution didn't really surprise me. I would say in the second half, when you're talking about, we're going to get into it. Obviously, I know this is going to be a hot button topic. I thought that like the substitutions made a difference in the game. I thought that mainly for me, the main thing that I can appreciate with having Guiu play striker is the fact that it liberates João Pedro. I thought that João Pedro, when he was, put back in his number 10 position, was fantastic. Fantastic. He was doing all the things, linking up play, finding people in the space, dribbling pass, just being more of a conduit for our attack. And I think that that's where he's best, more so than trying to be the finisher at the end, right? If he can come deep, collect ball, and just be the facilitator of the offense, I think that he functions much better in that role. Now, with that said, you can make the argument that Guiu was a big part of that. Yeah, he was. If it wasn't for Guiu, he was pressing this. That. Yeah, I still need more. I'm not gonna lie. I think that his role in the team has to be more than just a guy that's pressing and working hard at the front of the pitch. I need to see him, combine with players a little bit more. Win his ground duels a little bit more. If he's going to be going in like helter-skelter like that, I need him to try and win a few. Like he didn't really win that many. And I need to see him score. More often than not, I need to see him score. If he's getting into these dangerous areas, he has to score. That's what you want your striker to do. So I'm not gonna rain on him. Like I thought that he was decent. He gave us the impetus to build attacks from. I thought that he was bullying guys. That back line, he was good, and he was threatening in behind when they did press up. But I'm not going to glorify that performance too much. If there was one performance that I was going to look to and just completely vilify, Garnacho, man. Like, what is this guy doing, man? Like, what is the team? Like, again, this team that we're talking about is supposed to be possession-based, build up, all this other stuff. Like, yes, he's an outlet on the left. He can give you that outlet, but once a ball comes to him, he's not doing anything with the ball. He's not doing like who was marking him? Was Milinkovic or something like that? Couldn't dribble.
Milinkovic on that side, yeah.
Losing the ball consistently, fumbling over the ball. Like his technique is so poor for an attacker. I don't know. We can say what we want. Obviously, he's not supposed to be, for me, he's not supposed to be the guy that's supposed to be starting week in, week out on that left side. He's supposed to be a guy that can come in and give you some minutes here and there. I'm just seeing too much of him right now in the role that he's playing. He's just not what I wanted, and it's showing, and it's embarrassing to see it. But again, I'm just going to finish with this. I thought that this was a good game based on the fact that it was a squad game, and to see us come out and win 3-0 in a squad game, rest, key individuals, come out of the international break and win 3-0 early kickoff. You got to take your hats off to that, man. But again, I wasn't really overly like, yeah, that was a game to like hang our hats on. It was just a professional win, three points. Let's go on to the next.
No, I hear a lot of what you're saying. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, to be fair. And big up TV for the donation. He says, big up everyone. Remember when Rob was hyping up Garnacho? LOL. Chelsea is so funny because how have we worsened our wing depth bar Esteval? Rob, what have you got to say to that, man? Because personally, for me, I think Garnacho has been decent since he's come personally.
No, but this is the thing, though. Chelsea players are not supposed to have a bad game, better than a bad half. Like everybody else can, and they will make justification. Oh, Xavi Simons will come good. Oh, this person will come good. But when a Chelsea player has a poor game, no. He was good against Liverpool, and all of us said he said, oh no, he was good against Liverpool. But now he comes and have a bad half against Forest, and now we all throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yes, throw the baby out.
Who was good against Liverpool?
I want to blow the house up with him in it. Blow the house up, bro.
How many games did he play?
Who said he was good versus Liverpool? First of all,
only Rob. Only Rob.
Did anyone else think that he had a good game against Liverpool?
Yes.
No? Okay. Well, there you go. Okay, you're vindicated there. I didn't think so, but yeah.
He won us the game against Benfica. Yes or no?
No.
It's an own goal.
That goal comes directly from him and Neto, though.
Oh boy!
These moments.
Let Rob land.
As opposed to trying to live in denial, because if that's somebody that you rate and that makes that we get that cross, and that result,
we don't give them props for it. We just take the goal and move. You're acting like he did something. That's the difference.
You don't just say, okay, no. Don't just say we take the goal and move. And then when he has a bad game,
like
you say,
we did something.
Well, okay, all right, fine. But why don't we just take the 3 point against Forest and move then? Leave Garnacho alone then, right?
Why are you defending him
Go
so
and
much?
move against
We're on a show to
let's
talk
get the
about
3
the
goals
game.
against Forest and move as well. What we
All right,
doing?
let's move then.
I don't want to spend too much time on Garnacho because listen, everyone feels the way that they do about him. Obviously, Rob, that's his guy, innit? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he was shocking. Yeah, I cooked him on my
Bro,
fan
I
cam.
ain't with all that. That's his guy shit.
I will admit. You gotta talk about the truth. So was Lavia. So was a lot of players that most of you will here rate. Santos was
he literally just said Lavia wasn't good. He literally just said that.
Does that mean we dismiss Lavia all of a sudden?
No,
but Lavia has given us good performances. What are you talking about?
Garnacho is crap.
Garnacho.
No, he has not.
He has not once. He's not earned he's not earned my trust as a Chelsea player yet. I'm sorry. Maybe for you because you were already on it from before, but he's not earned my trust as a Chelsea player.
No, but okay,
you were on him from United.
I'm asking you, was Andre Santos good? Because I thought it was poor. He said that game where against Brighton he was poor, against Nottingham Forest he was poor. Do we just give up on Andre Santos because he has a couple poor games?
Yeah, but Rob, the point is we've seen Andre Santos literally go to France, get fucking in the team of the season. We've seen him put out some solid performances for Chelsea. Garnacho, you can't compare the two.
We've seen Garnacho win the FA Cup for Man United.
We don't rate Garnacho. I don't understand why it's hard to understand. Because he's not good.
Again, he's a Chelsea player, whether you like it or not.
I don't care who the fuck he plays for. He's not good. He's not good.
We disagree on that one. We disagree.
Let me read the super chat quickly because again I don't want to spend too much time on Garnacho. He got taken off at halftime. Shocking. I'm not gonna overly do too much because first game back after the break and that there was a lot.
Shit. We already know he's shit.
There's a few players.
He trains well. But the manager raised the way he trains.
I'm not gonna overly do it on him, innit? He was bad. We'll keep it as that. Yeah, Garnacho has the strength of an 8-year-old girl. Yeah, he was getting shifted, bro. He was getting shifted off the ball, but it's been like that since United days, man.
That dude is a whole United days.
His touch is terrible, man.
He's
one of the worst.
One of the worst, bro.
He was bad. And Reaper, what excuses have I made? But what excuses have I made? Is it not a fact that it was the first game back from the international break? I watched a lot of teams this weekend, yeah, and I could see how slow everyone was.
Even I was saying that during my stream at certain moments. I was like, it's the first game back. You could expect a little bit of that. Yeah,
no, I mean, bro. Yeah. Most teams after the international break, bro. When you watch them, I'm telling you, they're never
sometimes here and there. Yeah, it takes them a little second to get it together.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when they've been traveling far as well, Jimmy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, bro.
I agree with that. First game back from break, most teams it take them a little bit to get going. You know what I mean? I agree with that. I won't even. That's not even like an excuse. That's a real thing. That's
100%, bro. What did you think of that second half, Jim, man? Because actually, let's talk about the first half here. What went wrong for you in that first half? Why do you think the team was just playing so badly, bro?
Nah, when that game started, as soon as I saw that lineup, I said this lineup is just to get to halftime. And that's exactly what it was. You go back and watch my stream. As soon as I saw the lineup, I looked at the lineup, I was like, okay, who's on the bench, who's not here? I was like, this lineup is just to get to halftime. Go on my stream, ask anybody in here. I said, at halftime, he will make multiple subs. I said it straight up. You can look at the lineup and tell this is just to get me to the half. Y'all hold me down. Second half, I'll make the moves to win the game because I saw who was on the bench. And when I saw my main thing about the bench was Caicedo. I was like, he's going to look to bring Caicedo on. And I was thinking Esteval. And whatever. But he brought on Gittins and he brought on Guiu. But whatever, I knew he would make a change. To go for the attack later. It looked to me like he just wanted to have it held down. Like he just wanted to hold down the half. You know what I'm saying? And like all these people like that saying, oh, the score could have been if only such and such would have shut the fuck up. I don't care about all that, bro. The score was 0-0. That's what he wanted. That's what he got. And the guys did their job. The guys did their job, and I don't really we had a couple chances. We could have scored a couple goals in the first half, but overall, I expected it to look kind of like that, especially with a bunch of dudes who don't really play with each other. I had no problem with the first half.
Repo told you you're making excuses, Jim, because the facts are a lot of these, bro. That's the first time we've seen that lineup.
I don't know what's an excuse. He asked me, hold on. He didn't ask me why something was something. He asked me, what did I think of the first half? You can't make an excuse when you're giving an opinion on what I thought of the half. He didn't say, what did you think of such and such performance? He asked me, what did I think of the half? I thought he brought in, he put in the lineup to get to the half. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
When the minute I saw the lineup, I said, if this lineup gets us to the half at 0-0, we'll win the game in the second half. My
100%, 100%, man. And for you, Andrew, what was the shift? Yeah, what was the change that actually made us come out in the second half and literally blow them away instantly? You know, because at half time, I literally said to my boy as well, same to Jimmy, same as Jimmy. I said, bro, the bench once again is going to win us this game. I was so confident that the changes were going to win us this game because it was very obvious to see where we went wrong in that first half, man.
Yeah, I mean, this game boils down to two key things, and that's Maresca's changes at halftime and missed chances, not taking chances. That's what it boils down to, because Forest had some key chances even when we went 2-0 up. I mean, hit the bar and what's his name? Williams missed from the penalty spot, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He was right near the penalty spot. He hoofed it over, something like that, and we took our chances. But Maresca made the changes at half time. So I say I don't really mind managers rotating as long as if there is issues, they notice it quickly and they try and change it quickly. Do you know what I mean? Which he did at half time. We got to half time, they let us off, and we took our chances. The three areas were key, wasn't it? It was moving João Pedro into the 10 or letting him float around, having Guiu up front, just being a nuisance there, just being a distraction. And it's just the actual having just the presence of Caicedo that I think lifts everyone like an extra 10-15%. Do you know what I mean? Just having him there. Yeah, it's just what I mean. Just he's got that. He's just got that. He is him. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, he is him. Do you know what I mean? He's just got that. He just brings it. You know, even whether you would have kept Lavia on with him or not, I don't know. But or Santos and made it better like that. That would have probably even helped us even more. But just having the presence there to do that, and like I say, João Pedro looked livelier when he was in the 10. He's able to express himself a bit more, dribble at the ball, open, have him be able there to get the passes and not have to worry who's in the box because he's got Guiu up there, just like a little battering ram and everything like that. And it was as simple as that. Like I said, we took our chances and they didn't. And you have to take your chances. And if you don't take your chances, you get punished. And that's what happened to Forest. You know what I mean? And first off, we actually gave them most of their chances with our bad passing. So you know what I mean? It's like you talk about Chalobah's passing with his left foot. He's passing with his right foot was atrocious Saturday as well. Do you know what I mean?
He just needs to come out of this lineup, man. Honestly,
yeah, exactly. And like I said,
I'm sick and tired of it now.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of
it. Gusto's performance on Saturday was the epitome of asking him to do too much and cramming too much into his brain. You know what I mean? That was it. Against Liverpool, you just give him the Conor Gallagher bit where you just chase after people like a Yorkshire Terrier and bite their ankles. Saturday, you're asking him to start attacks. He can't pass properly. Do you know what I mean? He just can't do it. But spot on with Maresca, as much as people are wanting to criticise him at half time, he changed it at half time. He got it spot on. And like I said, it was all good. I'm not really going to diss Garnacho's performance because that's I expect that type of performance. So I'm not really going to go into it. So
yeah, but and listen, one thing I don't want to see again, Adzia, for me. I don't want to see Santos basically playing as a second striker. Because if you noticed in the game, he was making the runs in behind and João Pedro was coming in, right? Big pause on that as well, blood. Flicking it over to him. And just before half time, Santos should have actually scored. He was the one that was making those late runs. And I don't want to be... Santos ain't a 10. Santos is more like he needs to be playing in like a twin 8, the role that Enzo and Palmer played, basically. One of those attacking midfielders. Or you play him in the holding role, bro. But playing as a 10, like a Palmer, for me, he's not that, bro. He's not that, man. He just looked a mess.
Can I just interject real quick? I don't think he's playing at number 10 though. He's playing that 8-10 role. Like we already.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's not number 10.
Role. Yeah.
No, but the thing is though, it wasn't. If you actually go look at where he was in on the pitch, right? He was basically at the top of the pivot, if you want to even call it that. He was the.
No, I get what you're saying, but what I was gonna say is that we had most of the possession, and he's gonna be camped out in that area for the most part. But his function in the team is not to play as a 10. It's like the 8-10 role. We have different phases in our build-up, right? First phase, where is he? Second phase, where is he? Third phase, where is he? And I just think that needs to be highlighted first, right? Like it's not. He's basically playing Enzo Fernandez's role.
But the thing is though, we didn't really play two 8s in this game though. We didn't really play two 8s.
What was Gusto?
That's the other 10.
Gusto was just kind of floating, bro, up and down.
Nah, Gusto was one side.
Right centre mid, like right centre mid.
Yeah, exactly.
It was right centre
Exactly.
mid, but bro, Santos, a lot of the time, I was seeing him behind João Pedro, bro, making those runs in behind. You know,
Joe,
what I
you're
mean?
not wrong. That happens, but it's not. That's not where he was deployed to play, though. Like that's a tactical. Yeah, he has to do that in that role, but it's not what he's only supposed to do.
The
I-
ironic
I-
thing in, if you flip,
Wait. Again, the question is,
Go on, lads, go on, lads.
I think
Sorry,
that's
Ads.
like, again, in that position, like we can play more offensive players there. We can play either Buonanotte there. Again, we've seen Enzo that he's a bit more offers a bit more going forward. Obviously, Palmer's fit, he's playing there, and at phases, yeah, they're going to be in a number 8, but naturally, you're going to be in a number 10 position a lot because we're playing against Nottingham Forest, who aren't going to have a lot of the ball. We dominate possession a lot more, so we're meant to sort of create more, and that's where we're going to see somebody who's a bit more of a natural attacking player. And again, we've all watched enough of Santos to know he's better deeper. We know that he should really be playing in Gusto's position. Gusto's position should either be on the bench or maybe right back if he's can overlap. Cool. Other than that, we don't see Gusto in midfield like that. And again, obviously, we won, and it was always great to win in the Premier League because again, even the easy games on paper, they're not easy.
They're not easy.
Let's be real, guys. Our 2 easiest games on paper this season, West Ham and Forest. Yes, we ended up with pretty big wins, which is great, but both those games we started off shaky, bro. Like the West Ham game, Isabel has the turnover. They scored a goal because Sanchez does what Sanchez does, gives away a sloppy goal. But obviously, we end up coming back, right? And in this game, the amount of sloppy passes that led to chances was ridiculous, bro. And like those are the ones that led to chances. There were still other ones that were just giving away sloppy possession, bro. Like 25 minutes into the game, we barely had a single pattern of play. Like it was disgusting. And again, I don't like watching that because I can expect better from this team. But I get it. There's context, international break. You know, a lineup that none of us want to ever see again. Obviously, injuries, players coming back from fitness. So I get all of that. And that's why to come away and win 3-0, that's great. I'm happy. I love that. But we're still far away from where we need to be. But again, just to Don's point, of course, we get all the context around the team right now, but there's so many things that the manager can do to still improve the situation with the tools that he has. It's limited tools. It's tools that I don't think are enough for what I want to achieve this season. But again, playing Gusto in midfield, I don't need to see that. Santos, you can drop him way deeper. And whether you rate Guiu a lot or not, which I think he's a decent striker, you got to play a decent striker up front when it unlocks our best attacking player who's fit right now, which is João Pedro. Because that was the big thing in the second half. We saw that. Again, the goal, people say that, oh, the changes made a lot of difference to the game. And yeah, they did. But like, we didn't see evidence of much. Again, we scored 2 goals quick fire like that. João Pedro takes the ball from just inside our own half, runs halfway up the pitch and then wins the free kick, which leads to the first goal. And great play from Neto. Again, we'll talk about Neto later because again, what he did, he stepped up, which you want to see from your wingers. You stepped up, right? But that happened, and pretty much straight off a kickoff, you know, probably our first good pattern of play led to the free kick that obviously led to the second goal. And that was kind of the game pretty much in our hands at that point. And
Guiu won that free kick as well. Guiu won that free kick.
Well done to Guiu because he did a nice little turn, but like the build-up play, the link-up between João Pedro, Reece James, Gusto was involved too. That was nice. And that was like the first bit of good play, which is cool. And that basically won us the game. So that's great. The manager's got to pattern up. The players, again, I just need to see better players in this lineup because that lineup, I'm not going to expect much better than what we got because it was pretty poor, but it's enough to beat Forest. But there aren't many teams that are going to be as bad as a team that were just about to get their manager sacked. And that's what happened. So we got to pattern up, man. We got to.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying, man. Listen, but I want to talk about a guy who, for me, you know, has made a big, positive impact in this team. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, we haven't seen any goals yet. Yes, we haven't seen any assists yet. But trust me, people, they're coming, this guy the minutes. Give this guy the key.
Minutes of Guiu right now.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, bro. Because you saw when he came on against Liverpool, how he helped us change the game, how he helped us actually play better, right? Because like I'm saying right now, people, the only way that this team is gonna perform to the maximum that they can is if you're playing every single player or most of the players on the pitch in positions where they're comfortable. Right, I was telling the man them this in the group chat. I had the same energy for Poch. Right, when Poch was playing Levi Colwill at left back and Ben Chilwell at left wing. Yeah, we might not have lost all those games at the time because of those guys giving away the ball or doing some fuckery in their position. That might not have been the case, but the team overall was not playing well. Yeah, the build-up was poor. Colwill was getting cooked at left back. Ben Chilwell just shocking in the final third, just not doing anything on the ball. So overall, you're looking at 2 players already that are not playing to the full capacity that they can play at. And that's how I feel about playing João Pedro up top, especially up against 3 centre backs. You're not going to see the best of him because you don't really see João Pedro bumping into players and shifting players out the way a Delat does or the way a Guiu does. You don't really see João Pedro staying up like this. Yeah, look how Guiu's staying up. Man's made this little movement here. Yeah. Let me show you the next screenshot where he ends up, right? Look at that first movement there. Look where he is now, yeah? If I show you this one, bruv. Hold on a second, yeah? He's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone. And straight away there, Gusto's not the greatest passer. We've just spoken about that already. But Gusto was able to find that little pass to him because Guiu has made his life a lot easier, right? When you play with a natural striker, when you watch Haaland, for example, bro, Palmer would love playing with Erling Haaland. João Pedro would love playing with Erling Haaland because of the movement. He makes their jobs a lot easier. Whereas João Pedro will look at these midfielders and he wants to come to the ball. The only time I really see João Pedro running in behind like this is when he's playing with Palmer. Everyone else, he says, fuck these lot. I'm just going to do my own thing. You know what I mean? So this guy now has to be starting in this team. He has to be getting a lot more minutes, right? And actually show what he can do more consistently. Because there's even a moment in the game where he linked up play for us. He won us a corner as soon as he came on. He won the foul that we scored from.
Some Torres sentence right here, man.
Man had 3 shots, yeah? He had 3 shots on goal. It didn't go in. Man had 3 shots on goal. And João Pedro has not had a shot in 6 games, people. Yeah? This guy was on for what, half an hour? You know what I mean? So he has to start, bro. He will help the team play a lot better. You can just see João Pedro right now playing in that 10 without Palmer is a massive solution to the problems right now, bro.
Can I just quickly jump in real quick? Because you're saying a lot of good things. I'm not here to disparage what you're saying. But first of all, the reason why Maresca says that he made the subs at halftime is because he didn't expect them to play at the 5 at the back. They haven't been playing that way. So
they haven't.
So this notion that you can't play him with 3. Maresca knew that already. He didn't start João Pedro as a striker thinking that he's going to be facing 3 center backs. That's the first thing. Now, secondly, I think you're right. Like, we have to have somebody that at least has the striker characteristics on the pitch. I'm at 100 on Guiu. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't rate him the way you do, but I'll say this though. The striker characteristic is missing when we're playing against teams like Nottingham Forest, and only because he liberates João Pedro. That's the only reason that I'm like, yes, play this Guiu kid, because I want to see João Pedro get on the ball a little bit more and facilitate the offense. That's the only reason. Nothing more than that for me.
No, but I think for me, that's mad to me, because I've witnessed this guy scoring goals. Like, he just needs the minutes. I don't think. People are now talking about him as if all he's good for is just the movement and that. Bro, you're going to see more. You're going to see more
at Chelsea, because he actually scored a lot more at Barca. And listen, if you've only watched him at Chelsea, I'm not saying that Couch has done this, or even people in the chat, right? If you only watched him at Chelsea, I would get the skepticism. Like, I've seen him at Barca, and the kid was good. Like, I'm surprised we got him for like 5 or 6 more. He is pretty good. Again, he's not a world beater. I'm not the biggest fan of him. Again, I told Don my time ago that I probably think he would end up at like a Lecce or some shit. I don't know, like
something like that.
That's not happening.
But where he is right now is where he needs to be, because we need a striker. Again, everything that you guys have been saying, everything you said, Don, I agree with. Again, you hyped Don Guiu up a lot more than me, and that's fine. I think he could be a good player. He might also just end up at, wherever he might end up in it. But we need somebody to be stretching the back line, because again, we've seen it in our biggest wins. It was the lap up run against West Ham, and even though he didn't get GA, we saw how he was able to like cause chaos and actually create space for other people. And the same thing in this situation. Again, it just frees up João Pedro, and we just need to be doing that more, because again, from our wings, we're not getting enough. Neto did his thing, and hopefully that can continue. That brother on the left, again, I could drop a diss track on that guy, but again, we'll leave that for another day, because there's going to be more. But that will come later. But again, we need to play with a striker.
We do, bro. Yeah,
midfield is easy fixes, man. Easy.
No, 100%, bro. Let me even come to you, AJ. Yeah, like it's just the simple things like this, bro. Like, this is the first goal again. Look how much space Josh has now, yeah, because Guiu was occupying 2 of these centre backs, bro. And if you go watch that goal back as well, you will even see Guiu flying in the air as well, blood. This guy's actually good in the air. The only goal he scored for Sunderland was in the air, right? He likes running. What he loves to do is run near post, bro. I
hear it though. Like, it's more. I mean, this came from a set piece, right? So it's a bit different. But again, it doesn't hurt to have more like offensive like presence in the box, because we're seeing it this season, bro. The amount of teams that are doing long throws, long balls. Like we need to mix it up a bit more. We can't be this whole pretty team, because we're not. We got teched out players, but we're not freaking prime Barca, bro. Like, we got to mix it up a little bit. So add a bit of like pragmatism in the attack, bro. We got to do that.
100%, man. AJ, what did you think of Guiu's performance, man? Is it time for him to now be starting?
Yeah, I think it's time for him to get definitely much more game time than he's been getting. But I don't, I'm confused because I don't think anybody on this panel ever said that Guiu is that guy. He's the one who's going to take us to a Premier League.
Talk to Don about that. What do you mean? Talk to Don about
No, I think he's Premier League ready. I think he's Premier League ready, but that's my takeaway.
Okay.
Premier League ready is not. That's a regular statement. I don't think that means he's gonna score 40 goals and compete with Haaland. Nobody said that. It's for the betterment of the team. We need to release João Pedro. We don't have Cole Palmer. First of all, we had the Lap. Remember, everybody's like, oh, the Lap needs to come off the bench. Then you see what the Lap can do with João Pedro. You get a better version of João Pedro. So now just replace it with Guiu. He's not the same level, but you got to work with what you got to work with. That was always the argument. The window is closed. Work with what we got to. You can't be scared. You understand? Because we lose in the games anyway. We drop in the points anyway. So what?
Losing the games. Hold on.
I'm just saying it, as a
we were losing games before.
Like
we weren't losing any games. Like we've lost since January. How many games have we lost?
January, United, Brighton. Like there's a draw that I felt like.
I mean, how many games have we won in consideration when you're talking about losses?
Yeah, the question here should be how many games this season have we actually played well? What games this season have we played well?
Probably the Liverpool game for me.
West Ham was pretty good. But
it was just set pieces, man. All set pieces for me. Like I don't think that our general overall play was that good.
There was quite a few. You can see was good that day. Pedro was very, very good. Neto was decent.
I'm talking about the overall performance, though. Yeah, you can always have 1 and 2 players that are playing well for you, for sure. But overall, I don't think. In general,
this season we can't. There's been very few games we can say there's been more than like 2 good attacking performances. Like this season has been pretty barren.
Liverpool has been our best performance. All the other performances have been pretty shaky. We
scored goals in second half, and that's about it. Brentford second half, Liverpool. Parts of the West Ham game, that's it. That's not good.
Brighton's second half was actually good. Not Brighton, sorry. Fulham second half, we turned it on as well. After that shocking first half, I thought it was actually all right. So that's the point I'm making here, Couch. Like we haven't seen the best of Chelsea, right? Much this season. We've seen it against Liverpool, but then you can talk about even Arsenal right now. You haven't seen really the best of them right now. Man City haven't really been playing amazing football, but they've been efficient.
Is like these Arsenal again. I love to crash on Arsenal in a way. But at the same time, these men are professional dogs, bro. Like defensively, to not give up like more than they've not since the United game out the first game of the season. They've not given up more than 10 shots in any game in the whole season, bro. That's crazy. Their defense is locked down, ridiculous. Whereas us, we're giving away chances for free. So we need our attack to be way more on point. Like they can afford to have their attack stuttering. And they've got players that could turn it on later on. For us, it's like Palmer or João Pedro. I've seen them. We're kind of just waiting. Can Neto do something great? My man on the left is really Gittins needs times to land, and Guiu, we hope he can give us something, but he needs to play because we need a striker. So we need a lot more in the attack because the defense that's not going to get pat until January, bro. We know that the defense is going to be what it's going to be. But Badia show out for ages, Levi out for ages. We need a right-sided guy on the left all the time. It's going to be dark in terms of that, bro. We need a lot of work, man. A lot.
100%, bro. Do you know what though, Jimmy? Right now, what's so crazy about this whole situation, Jimmy? We've had 3 red cards in 3 separate games. Well, if you want to add 4, you can add Maresca to that as well, right? But we've had in the league. I'm talking about the league. In the league, right, bro? If you actually deep it, Jim, we've scored the second most amount of goals, bro. Yeah, we've scored the second most amount of goals. I'm seeing right now we've scored the most set pieces. Big up Quaver, Jim, because right now we are not at our best, Jimmy. Yeah, and we've actually, if you deep it, because remember last season I used to tell you, our corners we don't score them, bro. I see us putting the ball into the box. I don't see Cole score them. I don't really see Chalobah scoring them consistently. I don't really see many goals from these set pieces. Most of the time the corners just go in. I'm not even really looking at the TV because I know it's just gonna get booted out, right? How key is that going forward, Jimmy, that we've actually added another avenue to the attack? Because these set pieces right now, bro, they're going to help us win a lot of games. Trust me. You already seen it with Arsenal, bro.
Oh, man. I don't think that should be sustainable, so they better start getting some open play goals. When you need goals, that ain't what you trying to look for. No side. Watch that shit dry up with Arsenal. It dries up. So They gotta start scoring these open play goals. We better on set pieces though, compared to what we used to never get goals from set
We
pieces.
actually have some good routines as well.
Yeah, so like we got I was about to say that. Like I'm actually seeing routines. Like that's actually the one good thing Gusto actually is good at for some reason.
I don't know why we go to him, but it actually sometimes works.
He actually good at set piece routine. That's when he's actually good. Gusto going forward. He's good in the set piece routines. So I set piece routine. You now that I think about it, Don, it is a good look. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I think of because of the routines. When we do actually put it in the box, we're more of a threat because they're looking out for the routines too. And that ball that Esteval put in, that was like some fucking Arsenal type shit. You put it right in that danger zone, right where the keeper has to touch it. He has to come do something. If he miss, it's trouble. If he get it. Normally he only knocking it, but so far, you know. So like
100%.
That was really what it was. The placement of that cross was the biggest part of that goal. And of course, Reece James, because most players, that ball lands, they run in 100 miles an hour and put their foot through it and try to blast it through. Reece James ran in like he was gonna blast it, let everybody commit to the big slide, and he just lightly tapped it and placed it into the corner. So
he was brilliant. It
led it to the right person. It definitely.
I'm glad that you flagged him there, yeah, because Andrew, this guy, bro, honestly, when I'm seeing people even earlier, I was watching DR, yeah, and Robbie was saying to Matisse that there's a massive gap between Reece and Timber defensively, right? Timber's a right back than Reece. When I'm hearing things like this, I'm like, what is actually going on here?
Man, they don't know
what is honestly going on here?
I'm sorry, that make me, when people say stuff like that, I literally look at you and say, yo, you're dumb. Like you might not be dumb, but what you just said was stupid. To say anybody, literally, when we go to face the top wingers in the world, what do we literally do? Reece, do what you do. And he locks all of them down. All of them.
Here's the thing. People will go, well, Timber runs up and down the pitch a bit more, but he doesn't do anything in the final third.
Yeah, so he can run all he wants.
Even the other day, Andrew, I was watching this guy against
shit.
He's great.
He's crossing his shit. Even his passing. I'm watching his passing, and it's just so meaty. I'm like,
he's good defensively.
I did a whole segment on it today. A whole fucking 45 minutes.
He's good. He's good defensively, and also they can't even throw the fitness thing because he got an ACL and it's like his first game at Arsenal.
First 5 minutes.
He can't even throw the fitness.
First 5 minutes in the Prem, his fucking knee flew off.
I would say this: Reece is evolving in his game because he doesn't bomb up and down the pitch and overlap anymore. He does it rarely, but he likes to go more inside. You know what I mean? Be an option that way. Be like a midfielder, stroke fullback, and everything like that. But defensively, he's sound. You know what I mean? You know, defensively, he's very good. Hardly anyone goes past him at all, unless they're already gone. Do you know what I mean? Like something like that. He shows up. He puts in the effort, does all the cliche bullshit everyone likes. Do you know what I mean? But there's no flaws to his game, and you can just tell that he's just
nothing.
It's just you can just tell whatever they're doing, whatever he's agreed to, whatever plan they're working on, he's agreeing to 100%. Whatever fitness plan, whatever thing he's changed it. And you see these silly people go, yeah, but Reece should really change his body. And I'm going, you want a man to change his skeleton as well? Do you want that to happen as well?
Yo,
you know what I mean? Because
y'all want to laugh? This is the stat I'll give y'all. For the games available, Reece James in his career at Chelsea and Timber availability, Reece James 61%, Timber 59%. So how the availability could possibly be a topic? Reece James, in his career, he's been available 61% of Chelsea games, and in Timber's career at Arsenal, he's been available 59% of the games. So don't tell me about availability.
Saturday was his 200th game for Chelsea, right? Due to his injuries, he should probably have at least 120 more games under his belt, something like that, right? Near enough, right? But I think he's just. It's just Reece, just obviously something different. Do you know what I mean? It's not just the defensive; it's the passing.
That last comment.
Look at that pass. Look at the pass against the Liverpool game. Timber's not doing that pass against Liverpool. When he's cutting across, he's not doing that. He's not delivering the ball. You look at Timber's not doing that swivel assist for Cucurella against Man United. That's not happening. Do you know what I mean? It's just he's just, listen, I'm not. This isn't even to denigrate or take away from Timber. Timber's a very good defender, but that's it. That's it. He's a very good defender. He doesn't,
and it's even funny.
And he's not really asked to do that much because Saka's on that side or Odegaard's on that side. Do you know what I mean? But they can have Timber. I'd take Reece every day and twice on a Sunday.
Guys, can we stop this now? Like, I understand what the point of this debate, because everyone's talking about the two. There's no debate here. There's absolutely no debate. Like, I don't need to hear Reece James and Timber in the same conversation. Because first of all, for me, we're not. The argument is now, well, is Reece even playing as a right back anymore? Is he? The fact, this is what's going. Reece James is a footballer. You put him anywhere on the pitch, and he's going to perform for you. That's the difference. That's the level that he's at. You can put him at center back, and he's going to play an outstanding performance for you at center back. Play him in the midfield, it's the same. Play him right back, right wing. It doesn't matter where you play that guy.
He's the best footballer at the club.
Top performance. That's the difference.
He's the best footballer at Chelsea.
Complete. Sam, who were like trying to downgrade the likes of Caicedo and Reece James. I'm like, no, these are two of the best footballers in the position in the world. Like, how many guys who play in defense are as complete as Reece James? There's none.
And then think about what he does on the dead ball. Look what he does on the dead ball.
And he's not fully fit, and he's having to change his game, and it's different, bro. Like, Hakimi's been doing what he's been doing for many years, and he's great, and he's at that level too. But I think for me, Reece James is better, and he's not even at his full 100% because Reece James was better a few years ago.
When I'm telling you, bro. Hakimi defensively ain't great, bro. Even Timber's better than defensively. Yeah.
No, that's what Timber has. He's good defensively.
Going forward, Hakim is good, like very good going forward, right? Defensively, I'm telling you, that guy, you can catch him flat-footed at times. Timber, very good defensively. Going forward, bro, most Arsenal fans will tell you Ben White's better going forward.
Better, of course he is.
But let me just land this point, right? Let me just land this point. Again, Hakimi can win you games offensively. Timber can win you games defensively. Trent can win you many games offensively, but all of these guys, they can't do it both ends. Whereas Reece James can win you games offensively, and he can fill in that centre back against the champions, against £130 million Isak and Salah and these man, and put down a top performance and win you a game defensively. Lock down prime Zaha, lock down prime Vinny multiple times, lock down Liao multiple times. Like, we've seen him been doing this for years. He's different.
But my thing is, if you ask those actual defenders, they'll probably say that Reece James is
not attackers, you mean? Yeah, they'll say
Reece James. Attackers, they'll say that Reece James.
They all do. They all do. They all say
do. All the attackers say it was Reece James. Reece James. They all say it. So it's
that guy. That's why. Yeah, like, that's why when I'm hearing Robbie saying defensively and that, I'm like, you know what? These conversations are really annoying because, like, I can actually say Timber defensively is elite for me. Yeah, like he's very good defensively. And so is Reece, right? You're trying to split hairs because everything that Timber can do defensively, Reece can do, but more. Yeah, that's the difference.
My argument I had today was they're talking about, well, Timber's faster, but I said, but Reece James doesn't get beat for pace. So speed can't be used as an argument. Timber can be faster, cool, but the fastest wingers in the world can't run by Reece James.
Exactly.
So
you know where you have to be? Do you know where you have to be pacey? That's
exactly.
Pacey,
right? Great. Yeah.
John Terry had no pace. John Terry had no pace. It was all up there. That's what it was. You have to be in the right position.
Reece might not be as quick as what he was, but he's not a slouch. Like,
you still can't get by him. You still can't run by him.
If he gets an arm across, it's done, bro. He wins the ball.
And that's he uses brain and when he uses power. How many times do we see Reece James shouldering somebody, win the ball, and going, get up, nigga, and the ref, get up, get up. That's Reece James, get up. You're not getting it. That's Reece James. Get up.
And I'll be real, like I can't obviously remember like when obviously the whole rumors were going around that Reece could be the captain and that, and I was saying, bro, I don't know about him being a captain and that. I think he's growing into the role. I think he's actually growing into the role, bro. I'll be real, Jim.
You know what?
He showed it at youth level as well, and I think he still has some ways to go to like show more leadership because he's not a natural leader in that sense, like a Terry or a Thiago Silva. He needs time. There should have been somebody else to step and like be the main guy, but he can still develop into that role. And he's showing those leadership.
You know what, Reece James? He doesn't do a lot of the talking during the game. But Club World Cup gave us a lot of insight with a lot of English channels and shit don't give you. The pregame, those guys had mics near them. So we was able to hear the hot mics and hear Reece James talking. You didn't know Reece James talk like that. The game against Paris Saint-Germain, Reece James was like, we are going to fucking win today. We are good. If you hear how he was talking, you wouldn't think he talked like that because you don't get that with English coverage.
Same against Liverpool.
Yeah,
against Liverpool.
When they get them hot mics in there, you hear Reece James.
In the
he's
huddle.
not very vocal on the pitch. Like what I like about Virgil van Dijk, he gets like in the moment. Like you fucked up, he turned around and said, "Hey, you fucking dickhead." Reece James is not that. Reece James is not gonna. You might see a water break, and you might see Reece James go and start.
I told you, Jim. When I was at Forest last game of last season, because obviously I was sitting right at the front of the away end, didn't it? So I could literally hear him and Tosin speaking. Yeah. There was one point where he looked at everyone, he was like, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, boys. I was like, you left my captain right there. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's the most vocal leader. He's the kind of guy that like you put on the pitch, and he's a reference point for you. Like, he's the reference for Chelsea's football, right? Like when he's playing his best football, that's the leadership you want from him. You want him to be the
Frank Lampard type. You know? What I mean?
just be the example of what the football we're trying to play. Be the on-pitch representation of what we're supposed to be.
Yeah, he's like Hazard.
He's that guy, man. Like I'm like, honestly, I'm not even like belittling the conversation. I'm not trying to be arrogant like that, but like there's just when I watch the two players play, I just don't think there's any real conversation here. So I feel like
here's the funny thing.
There's no conversation here, man.
Here's the funny thing. If Reece James joined Arsenal, Timber's going to left back. So how the fuck?
Exactly.
And Timber can play left back. I'm not saying it as a diss, but bro, he's moving.
You already know that fan base, though, Jim. You already know that fan base. That fan base, they're liars. Because if Reece played for them, they'll be cooking timber. If Caicedo played for them, they'll be cooking rice. You know what I mean? So that's what they do. That's what they do, bro. They're only honest about players, when they fucking, when they play for their club. That's the only time they want to be fucking honest.
I'm not saying everybody don't do it, but Arsenal fans, they do it to a level that make you go, bro, relax, like calm down. Like
they don't want Chelsea games. That's what it is.
The ones who earn it, I have no problem with. Like your Sakas, your Gabriel, your Saliba, they earn everything that said about them. They earned it. Some of those other dudes, I'd be like, yo, Bobby Valentine, slow down.
Let's go for a couple super chats before we finish up with the lineup for Ajax on Wednesday. May actually be linking up for that one, and Jem as well. And Chels linking up as well. That should be a good one, people. Let me just quickly go through the likes. We've only got 103 likes, and we've got 223 people here. Come on, man, you lot smash up the likes real quick, and make sure that you're subbing to the channel as well. Make sure that you're subbing to the
performance at Forest. That's what this
first half performance for real, blood. Yeah. Make sure you man are subbing to Couch Critic. Make sure you're subbing to Jimmy the Spliff. Follow AJ on TikTok. Follow Ads on Twitter. Make sure that you're following Winter Surfer as well. But yeah, let me go through some of these super chats that some people have sent. Let's see who's in here, man. So you got man like Mugisha said Neto gonna be starting left winger, by the way. Hey, we haven't really touched up on Neto. I thought he was good. Ads, let me come to you, bro. What did you think of Neto's performance?
Why you gotta come to me? Like,
ask. You see, Don be on his shit. Don know what he be doing.
No. Jokes aside, I actually am glad you came to me with this because I'll be real. Neto, he did his thing. Like when he started the game, when he did a couple of step overs and they actually looked clean, I'm like, okay, he's feeling
inside the box, right? Yeah.
Even though that was the step overs were like at a halfway, and then he did that nice little run into the box, like 8-9 minutes into the game. I was like, okay, you know what, he's feeling himself because he saw that at the Club World Cup. Like he would start games feeling himself, and then you know what, he'd actually would ball out. And he did his thing there. And listen, the start of the season, I expected a bit more. And again, I'm still talking about our wingers like we need more. And obviously, the left-hand side is long. Getting to take time to land. I won't talk about the other brother anymore. Obviously, we know what Esteban's on. He's going to ball out. He needs to be trusted more. And obviously, coming back from international break. So it made sense not to start him. And that's why, again, Neto, I'm like, going into this game, Neto, please give me something. And he delivered. And I just want to see more of it. And I'll give him his credit. He's doing his thing. I just feel like you can give me more of this. Consistently more of this because I think this is what his first and second GA, maybe third, so maybe you got 3 GA the whole season. I think. Like, to have one,
funny though.
I need more.
Yeah, of course you need more, but like I don't understand why people don't like Neto. Like the guy does everything to make the team function. Like he's a functional winger. He's not the guy that's going to be like the most flashy going up and down the up and down the pitch, but in terms of like functioning in the team and being a cog in the team and helping the team function, I don't know what the problem is. I really don't.
The problem is, right, because I feel like he could give you a bit more in terms of like 1v1 play and like dribbling and that stuff, right? But like you're right, he's very functional against big teams. I always want Neto to start because he offers you both ways really good, right? And obviously the cross for the goal, beautiful. Like the acceleration on the left hand side, that was beautiful.
That burst, that burst, right?
Yeah, man.
For me, he's better than somebody like a Gakpo, right? But the difference with like a Gakpo, again, obviously, I don't know if I'm going to talk about Liverpool, right? That his performance was dead. But at the same time, he could have easily left that game with 4 goals. And when are we ever going to watch a Neto and feel like, oh, he could left that game with like a hat trick or something? And again, that's not to say that, oh, that just because of that, he's not good enough. No, he can still offer me more. But it's like, I want to see more J from our wingers because we know that we need that, especially got the Lap in the team, no Palmer in the team. Okay, obviously Liverpool are dead right now, but you know that they're going to get goals from the likes of Gakpo. Okay, Salah's a difficult.
No, but you could agree that like
more.
Yeah, you can agree that like what he gives the team is more than just the goals and assists all the time. Like he's a functional winger. Like the way he plays the game allows other people to just like float through the match. He liberates people in their position. So like I get it. Like I want to see more goals too. I want to see him get in positions where he can score more as well. But like I have no problem with him as a team player, as a squad player for this squad. Now.
I
look for balance, man.
One point, like balance. Balance is the key point because we're lopsided. We need more from him because our left back isn't there. Like at Wolves, he could do the role play, right? Because obviously you had Adama Traore and also you had like Jimenez who were like getting goals, right? So Jota as well that were getting goals at the time, right? So it made sense him being that role player from the right. But like at our team, we haven't got a Hazard or like let's say a Semenyo that's there to carry the ball.
But do you think that he's supposed to be that player though?
He can develop into that player. Look at his stature, right? Look at his stature. He's stocky. He's stocky. He's strong. He's fast. He actually has decent ball striking. So why can't this guy be a guy who can cut inside?
He's a good striker of the ball. I would say that he's not. When you name those names, I don't think Neto when I think about that. I don't see Neto that way. Yeah, I think you need a more dynamic winger, like somebody that can be a little bit more dangerous in the final third, like dribbling. Getting into the areas, breaking up. I just don't see him that way. But what he gives me is, I value it. I think it's very valuable.
That's the
side,
Yo, but the thing is, the things that we are asking for, because we've spoken about this many times. The things ads are asking for, Neto is capable of doing. The issue is he don't do it enough, and that's the point that we're making, right? Because even like with creating separation, he knows how to do it, bro. But then he'll do it, and then he'll decide to cut back. Or he'll decide to just not shoot, or he'll delay. And it's like, when I'm watching this, for example, this cross that he put in, playing someone like Guiu up top, Neto's going to be looking to find him. The goal that we scored, right, that Josh scored as well. Bro, Neto was looking to find Guiu. He looked up, he's seeing Guiu, he's looking to find him. Go back to the game last season, people, against West Ham. When Guiu and Neto came on, Neto was looking to find this guy every time, bro, right? So for me, when I'm looking at how he plays, I'm telling you, the sort of winger that he is and the sort of chances he creates, he wants to be playing with a proper striker. I saw a difference in his game the other day with a striker, bro. I was seeing him actually crossing quickly, not delaying, not being indecisive, just putting in some good balls, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought Neto was good. Hopefully he'll carry that on Wednesday, AJ. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I agree, and I hear both sides. I hear Couch's point that he's a functional winger, and I agree. Because he shows it, he has that pace, that power. Defensively, he helps out. You could utilize him on both sides. So it's a player that you could get a lot out of. Mm-hmm. Now, I agree with Ads and Don. He has the skill set that he can go to that next level, be a player that affects the scoreboard a little bit more. You understand? He could score more goals. He could create more assists. I think that's normally the difference between top players is it ends up being an IQ thing. When do you use your skill set? How efficient are you with your skill set? So that's the difference with Neto. And most times those type of players don't get to that level. You understand? They just cap out at being a functional player like Couch does. But if you find a coach or you just end up finding a piece of form, you might find a partnership with a striker, then it can end up being that. You understand? So I think Neto, he's going to be our main winger essentially. And then it's either going to be Esteval or one of the other guys. That's just what it's going to be. You understand?
I think he suffers from, when he's on the right, he suffers from us only having really one wing. Because we very rarely go to the left wing. whoever's on there, unless he's on there. Unless he's on the left wing, we don't really go to Neto at all. I've just noticed even when Gittins came on, Gittins' greatest contribution on Saturday was that block in our own box. Stop them having a shot. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I just think, like you say, I think he needs someone in the box because for me, he needs to also learn when to cross it and who to cross it to. Because sometimes he crosses it too much, especially on the first half when it really was only he was trying to like find Cucurella in the box, and it's just not worth it because João Pedro wasn't in the right areas. I prefer what Ad spot up where he sort of cut in and took a shot. I prefer him to do that if there's no one in the box. Do you know what I mean? And just see what happens that way. Whereas like second half, he had people in the box, so he was able to cross it. Even though it didn't sometimes work out, he still had targets there, still created half opportunities. But I think when we start getting people back, we'll probably see him flourish a bit more in terms of like, or maybe if like Esteval gets a run, he's on the right and he's on the left, or they switch or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll probably see a better version of him. But I agree with Couch. It's not even a director that Ads. I just think there's an over hate of this guy for some reason. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, bro, it's social media. It's social media.
Yeah,
like I said.
Yeah, but you know the thing, like maybe we're talking about the same things here, because like I think, yeah, he can score more, but I think that like, what are we talking about? Score more, like 7 and 10 or something, or 7 and 7? Like, is that a good return in the Premier League for a guy like him? I think so. 7 and 7, 7 and 10, something like that. You know, you'd want to see more. Like, if you want
double-digit goals, that's what I want.
Well, you want double-digit goals. I don't think he's that guy. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's that guy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Couch. He needs to now elevate, bro. We can't be just accepting man for what he is. Like, we have to actually say, oh, Neto.
Yeah, but the thing, that's what I'm saying, though. You guys are looking at the G&A. I'm saying that I can accept him for what he is because what he gives the team is more than just G&A. That's
what we're saying is we believe that he actually has it in him to get even better. It's on him to make himself even better.
Maybe you guys see, I don't see him to be more than like maybe 10 goals at one season. Like that might be a high point for him. I don't see him being that kind of player overall. But that's me, and I'm fine with that, to be honest.
I hear you, right? Because again, his game is a lot about like deferring. Like I will get the ball and I will find somebody else. I will do whatever I need to do. Right? Like somebody like an Alexis Sanchez, right? Like I want to actually take initiative and do my own thing. It's like, I feel like Neto can do that a bit more. Again, he's not going to be a Semenyo, he's not going to be a Hazard or even a Sanchez, right? But you can just give me a bit more of it because, again, he's got the skill set to do it. This guy can cross on both feet. He can cut inside and get a shot off on his left foot. You know, the goal against Fulham last season that was pretty much big in getting us top 5, right? Like that goal, like that ball striking. I'm critical of the guy. I'm critical because I expect a lot more. And obviously, I watched him in parts at Wolves. I'm like, okay, parts of your skill set I like, but then watching him 90 minutes week in week out, it's like, wait, no. You don't do this consistently. You're introducing me to a vibe you don't maintain.
Yeah, and to that point though, like the other thing to that too is like we're talking about like it takes two to create a goal. If he's creating the goal and nobody can score it, like you know,
that's what I'm saying about
there, right? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like, his best skill set is still swinging in crosses. Like I think somebody put in the chat like putting a cross and inshallah, you know, like yeah, that's been his game for the most part because we don't really have, but maybe that's what you're saying, Don. Like we don't really have a target man to go in there that kind of like suits his skill set. But you know, like I maybe this is me. Maybe it is just me. I don't know. I don't think that what he's providing is any more or less than what I thought we were getting. I think that he's just a real functional winger, and that's what we get.
Yeah, I get that too. Big up the United States of Chelsea. He says, follow the GOAT Don CFC. Make sure that you lot are following up the page, man. He says, follow my new page too. Make sure that you lot are following him up. He said, the United States of Chelsea. Love. Big yourself up, man. Got Assad here as well. He says, they force Santos to limit comments, not Garnacho. Bro, this is what I mean about this era of social media, bro. It's just pathetic. Now, do you know how many players have limited their comments at Chelsea already, bro? Hato, Santos now. Yeah. Like, why is it like this? Why does it have to be like this? Yeah. Why can't you just say you were shit today and just leave it as that? Why have you actually got to go in
easy access? It's easy access, right?
It's weird, bro.
It's actually so weird. Like, why would you go out of your way to message somebody on your team abuse? Like, even doing it to a rival, I don't really get the point of it. Like,
it's just funny to me. Like, these are kids, though, man. Like, you guys are making it sound like these are like grown people. These are kids.
Again, there's a reason why I don't go on
I'm not saying that they don't, but for the most part, like we don't even know the identity of these people. I just think anyone that immature is not fully developed enough to understand.
I agree with that.
It's not just the worst part.
Yeah.
It's easy access
Yep.
behind fake names and fake avatars. No one knows who it is. You can get away with it. It's just people. That's how brave people are. You know what I mean?
It's
That's
mad,
what it
bro,
is.
you know. That's why
Well,
after
it-
games, bro, I just like to put my little tweet out. I see a couple of videos, I retweet them. I'm mad at that bitch. I get on with the rest of my evening because I'm telling you, Twitter's not real. People need to realize social media is not a real place like that, bro. Yeah. Every time I'm online, the way I get trolled by these Arsenal fans, yeah, bro. I was out the other day, 4 or 5 of them stopping me. Yo, Don, yo, hey, yo, there's certain things you say a bit mad, but bro, fuck with your shit. None of them troll me in person. These people will never come to you and call you this and that. It doesn't happen, bro. I get stopped by people. No one has ever abused me ever. So when I'm seeing these things online, I'm like, bro, it's just a troll thing online, bro. You know,
it's like here
right.
though, right? It's like here though.
Go.
That part's 100% right, but at the same time, you still do get people like Rob. And again, I wish he was here because I'd rather say it to a man's face. But you still get people like Rob who would then go out of their way to then shit on a legend like unprovoked, like that kind of shit.
No. I don't even want to
talk about it. I'm just saying
on that,
some of it is real. Some people are actually like that, and it's crazy. But again,
I just think it's also like, I'm not saying it's this chat, but it's when I go on streams, I don't look at the chat.
Oh boy,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just don't. There he is.
Hey, perfect timing. Yeah, big up AP for this. He says Rob Garnacho is the worst winger I've seen at my club. Yeah, the guy has 0 technical ability, 0 athleticism, and 0 decision making in the final third.
Hey, to each their opinion. I cannot change the man's opinion. So let's just, we wait until the end of the season. We assess and see who's right, who's wrong. If I was wrong and he's dross, I hold my hands up. But I'm not judging the man of 2.5 games.
You can, because your whole credibility be shot after that. But
It's already short. What are you talking about?
No, it's true. It's true, because this is the same person that said that Chelsea should go out.
I was gonna say,
this is the same person that came out and said like Chelsea should go play for ball possession football. They should go get Branthwaite and get what's his name, Konate to play for Chelsea because
Couch. I'll put it even simpler. This is the man who said Frank Lampard wasn't elite.
Well, I didn't even want to go there. I didn't even want to go there because I'm embarrassed that a Chelsea supporter can say something like that. I'm embarrassed by that. I'm literally embarrassed.
Pinch of salt from now.
You know what's so funny, chat? Yeah? I told this guy in the group chat, because we were in the group together, right? Before he went on the Big Six, I told him, I said, Rob, I'm telling you, bro, don't go out there to the TL and to the masses and that saying Frank Lampard isn't elite, because you're just getting cooked in the group chat. Everyone was beating him up, bro. Me, I was grabbing him. Ads was swiping him. Couch was punching him. You know what I'm saying? Andrew was elbowing, man. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, everyone was watching him in the group chat. But you, hold on, before you even talk, you decided to go on Big Six, yeah, talking about Lampard wasn't elite and saying, Man United had guys like Michael Carrick and that. How dare you, Rob?
And then you said Sanchez is almost elite. Brother,
yo, I warned you.
That doesn't speak to his. This is football knowledge here. Like if he can say these things, and hold his chest, then that just speaks to your football knowledge. Then you can look at Frank Lampard, who finished second in the Ballon d'Or, and say that he's not elite footballer. He's never been an elite. It's just like, why are we doing this? Another thing to talk about. Josh Achampong had a good game, man. Josh had a good game, man.
That's not what I said. Second of all.
No, you're crazy. You're crazy for that, man. But let's do it anyway. Let's do that.
I never say it was an elite. I said it was an elite. I was an elite player. I just said he wasn't part of the elite footballers of his time. That's all I said.
He finished second.
That's even better. That's much better.
He wasn't as elite as he done.
He's elite, but he's not elite in the year that he came. He's elite, but not elite in the years that he came up. Like, what are you talking about?
Jorginho finished third. Didn't make him elite midfield of his time.
Is Frank Lampard elite?
He was an elite player, yes.
Okay, so then how could he be elite and not be elite in the era that he came up?
Oh my God!
Like, what kind of foolishness is this?
Elite player.
Please, let's just leave this alone.
Let's just leave it alone.
Let's move on. You're still doubling down. You're still doubling down, bro. Yeah.
It's an opinion I have.
Go follow JT. Go follow JT on TikTok, because he just made a new TikTok, yeah? And he literally said, for me, Frank is Chelsea's greatest ever player. And this is how you're talking about him, bro. You know what I mean?
He was Chelsea's greatest ever player.
Yeah,
100% agree. He was a world-class midfielder. 100% agree. The greatest, the goal-scoring midfielder probably footballer or the Premier League has ever seen. 100% agree. As a footballer in his time, I just don't think he was cream of the crop.
Mad. That's mad, bro. That's mad. I swear down. But big up Toby for this. Says Rob, tell the truth. You were drunk. Confess. You know what's even funny about this, Toby? Yeah, like I remember at the time the conversations, like when the build up when it came to like Barcelona and like what the Spanish players at the time used to say about the English players like Lampard and Gerrard and that, and the way they used to talk about them, bro. Like the way Rob's talking about him now is so mad to me because I'm like, were you even here, bro? Rob, where were you at the time, bro? Because I don't think you were watching Chelsea at the time. Because I remember it. I remember the conversations we're having about Lampard like it was yesterday.
I was in East Congo.
You was in Congo.
I can't lie. You've just degraded your own people by saying you should have even said your own country. I can't lie, because now East Congo people are gonna get cooked because of you, bro. It's up to them.
You get Congo every single time.
Yeah, this guy's not there.
You should have just said you were from the North Pole or something.
Honestly.
You were
not watching the North Pole, man. The North Pole's got some good people up there, man.
Whoa! Can't say I'm not good people, man. This is criminal.
Yeah, but let's go for this lineup for Wednesday, man. Because actually,
just remember, João Pedro is suspended on Wednesday.
Yes, he is. I want to watch this Brentford West Ham game. That's going to be interesting, man. But let me come to you, Couch. We'll just do a couple positions and that. You think Sanchez still starts or Jorgensen?
Absolutely. Who else is going to start in place of him?
No one can. No one can.
Only the elite goalkeeper.
No one can.
Nobody bite, please. Yeah, Sanchez, cool.
He was alright the other day, to be fair. Yeah, all right, cool. And then what we saying right back? Do you think we'll be back to Gusto?
Yeah, definitely Gusto because he's suspended in the league. So
he's suspended for Sunderland. Yeah,
where he should be playing or on the bench. Simple as that.
But it should be good enough to rest Reece against Ajax. You know what I mean? We should
can bring Reece off the bench. Yeah.
Yeah. What we saying for the centre back pairing, though, man? Because right now it's a fucking headache. It's a headache, bro.
Who's available?
Tossin's fit. Chalobah's fit.
Because Fofana was just not.
Yeah, he just wasn't picked. Wasn't picked. Yeah.
If Fofana could start, actually, yeah. Because hey, if Fofana starts this game, that most likely means Josh will start the weekend again.
No, I think Hato starts this game as well. I don't know. Centre back, I think we have to start centre back.
Because it's against Ajax.
Yeah.
You think Hato will start centre back?
Well, why would he start centre back when he can start left back?
Cucurella's playing left back.
I think we actually should start Hato left centre back because we need a left-sided centre back.
I don't disagree with you guys. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't disagree though.
Okay.
So who do you think will start there, Couch? You think
it's going to be a more familiar partnership than guys that have never played before, like Fofana and Hato. I just can't see it. Tosin might come into the game. Yeah, that's a good shout because he hasn't played in a while. It's a good way to ease him back in.
You could put Tosin left back, and then that will be the back three right there.
No, I'm not putting Tosin left back.
I mean, that's Tosin.
But I said Tosin left back.
Yeah. I can see that. And then invert
we saying? I'm guessing we'll go in a 4-2-3-1 or maybe 4-3-3, but that's the shape we tend to take there. We saying for the pivot, man, or the midfield, in fact. AJ, I'll come to AJ. Hold on, I'll come to you in a second, Andrew.
Midfield. I'm assuming Enzo is fit now.
There's no. He probably won't make it.
I mean, Caicedo, he's fit. I know he came on second half, so probably he'll play. Santos. And maybe
obviously last game, but I know it started in the 10, so it could be something like this.
Yeah, same thing basically. Except Caicedo.
He needs to start Santos deeper, man. Honestly, like I'm not trying to see Santos higher up anymore. It's silly.
I'd probably start Lavia again.
Start Lavia again. So what? And then what? Not start Caicedo?
No, because there was doubt about Caicedo on there, right? I'd give him another. I might bring him on Caicedo, but I think, like I said, we've got Sunderland on Saturday, which will be a tougher game.
I Andrew, I don't think Lavia is playing after 3 days.
He's not starting after just starting at the weekend.
Yeah, man.
He's only played 45 though, right? He didn't play.
Yeah, 45.
Yeah, but that, I mean that's the extent of what he can give you right now.
That's a lot.
I don't think he's trying to like overextend him at this point. To be honest with you guys, I don't even think that like I know he came off at half. I don't think he was intended to play much more than that. Anyways, I think he was probably
He's never.
He got hooked and pulled, bro. He got hooked, bro.
You think that he's ready to give you a 90?
Not 90, not 90.
That's what I'm saying, though. So he probably would have gotten a 60. Like I didn't think he played well. Don't get it twisted, AJ. Maybe you missed what I said earlier. I don't think he played well. But
if we were winning, he would have given us. I think if we were winning 2-0, he would have given us 60 like that instead.
I think they're managing his minutes. I'm gonna be real. I think they're managing his minutes, and for that reason, I can't see him playing back-to-back games like this. Not now, at least.
100%.
Well, I'm looking at Ajax form right now, yeah, and bro, they lost their last game. It looks like they drew the game.
They stink, bro. They stink.
Yeah, they've been smelling, man. Like I'm seeing 3 wins in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 wins in 10 games. I'm seeing 4 draws and 3 losses.
This ain't your grandfather's Ajax. Do you know what I mean? This is a different type of Ajax.
It's a different type of Ajax. I'll show you their recent lineup so you guys can see. But yeah, for me, listen, Santos and Lavia, they can start on the pivot for me. Or again, start Caicedo in there, take Caicedo off. This way it's annoying that Asugo's fucking injured, man. Because
I was thinking that.
I'd love him to play. I'd love him to play in this game. Santos has to start. Santos has to start. Start him in that double pivot. Facu in the 10. Or we could go with Esteval in there if you want to start Neto again, but I don't want to overload Neto too much, man. Let me come to you, Andrew, for the attack. What are you saying for the front 3?
I think Esteval will start on the right. We up top, and then
Gittins, Europe.
Yeah, might put Gittins on there. Like you said, Neto was a doubt for the Forest game as well, remember? So
yeah. He didn't play like it.
No, he didn't, yeah. But I'd have him on the bench anyway, just in case. So
that's a wild attack, I'm not gonna lie. That's a wild
I can't lie, bro. This is more than good enough to be winning that game, man.
Well, I mean, we don't have Yao Pedro anyways, keep in mind.
We've got to rack up the points and the goals, man. We've got to rack up the points and the goals.
I just think what we're missing here is how we're going to play. And the reason why I'm looking at this lineup right now, I'm thinking it might not be this, is because how we're going to play, how we have been playing.
Couch, let me just say this to you. I agree with you. I very rarely do predictions because this will not be the team. We all know this, right? It will not be the team. We will not play the way we think we're going to play because Maresca will just make fools of us all. Do you know what I mean? In terms of whatever the line.
That's it. But for me particularly, if we're playing with 2 10s, who becomes the second 10?
Santos.
Yeah.
Okay, so Santos becomes the second 10 then. So he's not playing in a double pivot then. And what happens with Gusto?
Well, then that's where Hato inverts. I think I would probably invert Hato, or if
you want to do Hato and then have Tolson play on the left flank.
If you want to do, what we've been doing recently as well, we've been building in a 2. We've been building in a 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Both our fullbacks have been going up like this, so you could do something like this, bro.
Yeah, that's what I see, to be honest. But I don't see. Again, if you're talking about playing Andre in a double pivot, it's not going to happen. He doesn't trust him.
That's just the starting position.
Okay, so then I think we should be talking about what we're going to do on the ball more often than not, because this to me makes more sense. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Whether we're attacking up the left or the right, this is more close to what's going to happen.
How we move
4-3-3, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So there's times in the games where you're going to see Gusto here. There's times in the games you're going to see Hato here. It's fluid. I like it. I like just building up with a 2. It's kind of helped our fluidity at the minute, man.
No, still not scoring from open play, but anyway.
Yeah, 100%, bro. But people, listen, we still got over 200 people here.
Was that Reece James goal from open play, or was that off a corner?
That was from the corner.
Second phase off a corner. It doesn't.
No.
Yeah, no. Reece is specifically off a corner. Yeah.
Esteban got the assist on FPL. Yeah. Did he get it in the actual?
I don't think he should have.
No, it was a punch himself. It was a bad punch, and then obviously Reece James cleaned up in it. But that was
on the game. On the game, Esteban got the assist, but in real life, I don't think he got the assist. I don't think he got the assist. But let me show the Ajax team from the other day, people, so you guys can see what they've been putting out. So that's them here, bro. Like Weghorst up top, people. Yeah, Berghorst was playing up top, right? Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Zoom in a little bit more. A little bit more.
Shit. Fuck it up. Is that better? Like that, yeah?
We get it. We can see it a little bit.
Good enough, yeah. Let me make my screen even bigger.
You went off this ads, bro.
It's calm now. I went full screen. It's calm now. It's better now. Yeah,
Yeah, go full screen. You want to see it.
We need to clean up against these lot. We need to build up some confidence, get some goals, hopefully from open play. Again, it would have been nice if Pedro was fit. Well, not suspended, but it is what it is. The referee's an idiot. But yeah, this is where you want your attacking players to fill their boots. Hopefully, Guiu can get a goal. Neto can build up some more form and get something. Somebody on the left needs to get me something between the two of them, you know. So yeah, man, get some goals.
Exactly, bro. We have
also,
to win this game.
Facundo's gonna play to the guy strengths because the guy is a 10. He has a good skill set, man. So you can give us something.
100%, bro. 100%, man. But listen, over 200 people here. Like Dem says, before you lot finish, man, make sure that you lot are smashed up the lights. Let's get to 150 real quick. Keep subbing to the channel, like I said. Couch, pick yourself up, bro. You got anything coming up, my bro?
Yeah, once I get this 1/8-inch cable that I've been fiending for the last little while, we'll be getting back to regular Couch Critic. But yeah, everything's good. Like I said, you know, charismations and tears for the Mandem from Liverpool once again.
Oh, that
you know what's funny about this whole thing too, because like I kid you not, I was on Hassam's show maybe 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago when they were 5-0 or whatever, and all he was talking about was like, oh yeah, this next phase of games we're just gonna go another 5-0. You know, maybe this is our bad form right now, and lo and behold, since he made those bold proclamations, it's just been loss after loss after loss after loss. So I'll probably be on with him tomorrow with Mo and them and just chop it up there. But you know, really, all I'm trying to do is just get back to making some regular videos. So hopefully, within the next week or so, I'll have that cable and we can do that.
Man said, and we fucking concede.
Buemo. Oh my God! What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, Maguire? And we fucking concede.
Did he have the microphone, bro?
Hey, Sam can hold that. I'm telling you, bro. Make sure you man on him, you know. Make sure you man yeah. You know what I'm saying, ads? What have you got coming up this week? What's your week looking like, man?
At some point, I'm gonna get on that show, and he's getting put in a headlock, bro. I can't lie. He needs to get it for the shin allegations, trying to talk bad on Reece James, hyping up McAllister. That absolute Donny is a bum right now, but you're looking at an absolute scrub. I told him about Mo Salah because from like February, March, my bad has been stinking, and now he's not got no GA to clean up the mess, bro. No GA to clean up the mess is looking stinky. And listen. When this guy got Isak, I was on the show with him, and the way he was twerking, dancing, I'm like, oh, brother, like, I like you've been here before. And then I realized he's actually little bro. Liverpool are little bro to us because they've not been here where they actually win a league title and then spend big money. But we've been doing that. We've seen managers, and we had big boy managers and Slot. Good coach. Done anything last season. But is he a big boy manager to manage all the egos, the big money signings, the big money wages in Salah and Van Dijk? Can he manage it? We're going to wait and see. But it's going to be a good ride to watch. And that's why I wish we were serious to go and capitalize and win this league title. Because, again, we can't see little bro in North London.
Titles aren't won in October. When we talked last year, too, all of us were talking about this last year. Yeah. We're all like, oh, yeah, we can't fall too far behind. You can lose it in the first couple of months, but you can't win it. Okay, so I don't even start studying the table until November, December. We had this conversation before. We're like, oh, week one, we have to win this game. I'm like, relax, right? It's not now, right? Just now's not the time for that.
Just don't look at conditions.
We're in the pack right now.
There's no conditions that you can see in October that are going to win and lose you the league in April and May. That's how I see it. Because the whole season is an evolution, right? It's an evolution. Like you go and you go and you go, and the most consistent team over that period, as you evolve, is going to be the team that wins it.
I don't disagree, but do you see us as a team that can actually be in proper title conversations? Because right now it doesn't matter.
Again, I'm not talking about titles right now, so I don't know.
That's a different conversation. That's a whole different stream. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, bro. Yeah, I've got a plan for that one because boy, I can't lie. The next set of fixtures, I'm expecting all W's. I'll be real. I'm expecting all W's, man. We can climb up there again.
One game at a time. One game at
a time, for sure. How about you, AJ, man? What have you got coming up, my bro?
Nothing really, bro. Just put out a TikTok whenever it's necessary. Just on that Liverpool stuff, though, I think they made a big mistake getting Ekitike and Isak. They really messed up the makeup of their squad. They should have chose one. I think they chose
no ass, man.
They want both of them, innit? They want both of them.
They chose
no ass. I'm telling you, man.
They wasted it. They could have.
Balloons up front, no freaking ass back there.
But listen, it don't matter. You know, I'm glad we beat them because you know, Liverpool is one of those clubs that I don't like. You know, I got friends that's Liverpool fans. They cool, but I don't like Liverpool as a club. So I'm glad we beat them. And honestly, we just need to win these games, man. We got momentum right now. Just win against Ajax, win against Sunderland, and let's keep it quiet at Chelsea and just keep moving forward.
That's the move.
To do.
Exactly, bro. I've been telling all the ops. I even told them on Midday Live today, AJ. I said, bro, I like the fact that you lot aren't even mentioning us in the title race. That's how I like it.
Yeah.
We'll just work in silence. You know what I mean? And then later on, they'll start putting us in there now. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, you lot spend all this money. I expect this. But already, man, are trying to write us off. I'm just hearing Man City, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. That's fine. I don't need that validation. We'll work in silence, Andrew. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. It's the best way, man. Because, you know, I always get into conversations where they go, well, you should be in a title race. You spent $2 billion. And then the next sentence is, yeah, but you spent the money on rubbish players. So what is it? You know what I mean?
What is it? But the new one I've been hearing now is, we're not allowed to have injuries because we spent $2 billion or some weird shit like that. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Mo and Hussam tried to drop that on me then, and I was like, what is this logic here? So, because like Mo was saying to me that like, oh yeah, I had to call him, and I was like, so where did you expect Chelsea to finish this year? And he's like, well, I was saying they're going to be challenging. I'm like, okay, so what's changed between now and then? And he's like, I'm like, yeah, clearly the injuries have impacted, right? Well, you can't have injuries. You can't, because you guys bought Garnacho and stuff. I'm like, what does that have to do with injuries?
you know, so funny, Carl. I literally said this to someone. I was like, bro, what? Because we spent the money that we did. It's not even $2 billion, by the way. Now, man, are just adding like an extra 200 million.
Just let it keep growing. It's okay. It's gonna be $3 trillion next week. Trust me.
They're acting as if because of the money that we spent, it now means that we've got a 50-man squad and everyone's eligible to play in the Prem. Like, it doesn't work like that, bro. Everyone registers the same amount of players. If you want to register,
they still look at that picture of at the start of the season that these idiots put above our whole squad numbers. You know, when there's like but they put people up those lists. They had people up there that were still on loan or had left the club still. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, so it's like we don't. It's not like an NFL team. You know what I mean? Where there's 50 players in the squad. It's just that's fine. Just let them. Just that's fine. But then,
you know what? Quickly, we didn't even speak about Fallows much here. I really like that signing, bro. If we get this done, this Fallows guy from Liverpool, bro, that could change things for us massively. Yeah, because I can see this guy coming in and being the guy ahead of Winstanley and the other.
You think he's gonna be? You think that he's coming in to be one of them guys?
Yep.
He got to replace them. He got to replace them, right?
I do, bro. Because look at his experience, bro. His experience speaks for itself. He's not going to come in.
He's experienced number 2, though. He wasn't really the guy at Liverpool, right? He was the guy underneath the guy. I think he's just coming in to just like facilitate, to be honest. But that's me. You know,
I got to go. I got to go. Something just popped.
No, love Andrew. We're just finishing up anyway. But yeah, for me personally, bro, I think we need someone that can oversee what these sporting directors are doing, bro. Because someone like him, right? I highly doubt we'd sign someone like a Garnacho if we had it. I'll be honest with you. You know, and time will tell if it even happens and that. But
I don't think his job title is what you think it is, to be honest.
Yeah, but his job role.
I think he might. If anything, he might be the replacement for when Vivell left. That's what I think.
Yeah, no, but we don't need a replacement for Vivell. Vivell left because there was too many cooks in the kitchen, bro.
I think that they still see they still see that same sort of like chemistry. They want to build that again. But I don't see him being the overseer for Winstanley and Stewart or whatever the guy's name is. I just don't see it.
So what would you do then? What do you see?
I see him just playing underneath them. Like he's like, if you look at the job title, they're talking about like scouting and they're talking about like player development and stuff like that. That's not the same as like
direct down the chain, somewhere down.
Yeah, you feel me? Like maybe on the same par as like a Joe Shields kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. I've read the same thing as you as well, but bro, I'm just looking. I'm reading between the lines. I'm looking at the experience.
Oh, we'll see. Only time will tell. We'll see.
You know, I'm looking at the players that he brought to Liverpool as well. Like we had a conversation because Rob was saying scouted, whereas for me, I don't really look at those guys as scouting. Like they were top guys ready for the next move, innit? And they took a punt on them, right? But again, bro, we need someone like that here, man. We need someone that's a proven winner, knows what he's doing, is gonna say, yo, listen. He's going to question these guys. Why do you want to sign Garnacho when there's Semenyo there or there's this other guy there?
I hear what you're saying. You want a figurehead at the top, at the helm. And I've been saying, I remember we talked about this 2-3 years ago, and I was saying the exact same thing. We need somebody with a little bit more experience in winning. And I'm glad you come around. I'm glad you come around now. You finally come around. But hey, I don't think it's this guy. I just don't think it's this guy. That's all.
Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. But for me, that would be a very good signing. That'll be a very good signing, people. But listen, let's go. Let's all go enjoy Coyote's long throws and that. You know what I mean? And West Ham, please don't get yourself relegated, man. In a bit.